Good morning, everyone. This is Stephanie from Steph's Tarot Interpretations, and I'm doing a viewer request, and this is something I wasn't really aware of because I thought everything was just going on smoothly in New York City, with regards to the Trump organization and being investigated by the Manhattan DA and Trump's accounting firm disowning him as a client now and everything. And someone had brought up about how the newly elected DA that took over for Cy Vance is now pretty much, I'm not going to say washing his hands of it, but he might as well be. And I want to know why. There were two prosecutors that also just suddenly resigned out of frustration. This Alvin Bragg, apparently he ran on following through with the investigation, and now it's like he's backing off. And I believe there was also, and correct me if I'm wrong, people have been complaining about like the laws, the wheels of justice moving so slowly to begin with, and but it's a matter of getting facts together and crossing the T's, dotting the I's, making sure everything's locked tight. And Cy Vance, he got a lot of things moving. He through the Supreme Court to allow the investigation to continue, and so on and so forth. I don't know. My question is, and what the viewer's question was, is like, what's happening? What the heck happened? Why is Alvin Bragg suddenly like not focusing on that anymore? Why? What is the reason? Is it because there really is not enough information to investigate? Although, in my opinion, the two prosecutors that left, who were highly regarded and very seasoned, wouldn't have left if they felt that what they were doing, they wouldn't have stayed if they felt they wouldn't have stayed. They wouldn't have been there as long as if they didn't feel like what they were doing was worthwhile. So what is it with Alvin Bragg? What got to him? Confidence? Lack of confidence? Was he? This is for entertainment purposes only. It's only my opinion, but these are just questions I'm asking. Did he get threatened? Bought off? What happened? Why is all of a sudden this not a priority anymore to the Manhattan DA's office? So, look at the cards, and let's see what we get on this. So the first card is the Sun, which means illumination, and that's in the past. Okay, this is the past card. So illumination, happiness, yes, that means like, okay, people are seeing like, okay, we've got something on Trump. Supreme Court is blessing it. We're able to start investigating the organization and bring out the truths of what it really is like. Has it been laundering money? Has it been not paying vendors? A lot of different issues, and everything that the Manhattan DA's office has been investigating the company for. It's good. It's all good. People are happy to see the illumination, and some things have been coming to light too, although it hasn't necessarily been proven in court yet. But these are all items that have been suspected. People are saying, okay, good, I'm glad you're bringing these out, you're illuminating it. So the present card is, okay, well, yeah, juggling. We're wondering, or not we, Alvin Bragg is wondering, is it worth it? We have a decision to make. There's a rockiness in the waves behind, in the water behind, with the ships going up and down over waves too. It's a bad storm. And I just wonder, it still gets me that those two prosecutors left. I just wonder how much information was really there that Alvin Bragg feels that we're going to be able to really nail Trump on it, or, like I said, it bothers me about the two seasoned prosecutors just leaving, or is Alvin Bragg really the man to handle this type of investigation? I saw where some people were calling Cy Vance and some of the other people that were prosecuting, like Merrick Garland, excuse me. But again, things take time. I wanted Trump in jail yesterday. I wanted him in jail as soon as he was elected out of office. But he's a slippery snake, and he's been able to obstruct justice and get away with things by just loading up the courts with all these different accusations and lawsuits and things, and that's what he does. That's him. He plays the system, and then he either wins or loses, but it doesn't really matter to him. It's just a matter of trying to get away from having to deal with things like that, and hopefully settle out of court or whatever. But I wonder if Alvin Bragg is really up to doing this, really going forth with it. He doesn't seem... He's like weighing his options, but I personally don't think that he has the wherewithal to go forth with this. That's just my feeling as I was reading the articles too. I was just getting that he just doesn't either have the stomach for it, he isn't the man for the job, even though he was elected for, just like, okay, we elect people in for positions in government, and we saw what happened from 2016 to 2020, if that was legal to begin with, but that's a totally different story. It's just like hiring anybody for a job too. Someone can BS their way through an interview, but they don't know what they're doing, or they get other people to do their work for them, or they're very manipulative or whatever. You don't know what you're getting until you open the box, or you open the door for the person to come in, and that's why there's review periods, first 90 days, whatever, at companies, and then they review. But nowadays, with the way it is, just trying to get people to come into work, they're just taking anybody at this point. But again, that's another subject. I just don't think he's the person to follow through with this. So, okay, in the future. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords. We have disagreement. We have winning the battle but losing the war. He's the man in charge now. And what this is just someone, they were kind of playing or messing around right here with their friends as far as with battle, but he was too much the aggressor. It's more towards didn't matter the cost. So he has people now walking away from him, like the two prosecutors. And sometimes all the time, everybody's actions has consequences. And if he said something, and swords are the truth or of opinion or of pretty much the truth or the idea or the thought process of what's going on. And yeah, in the future, he's giving off the impression. He's the one that's in charge. He's giving off the impression that it's not important. What he says goes. And meantime, he's losing his friends or his supporters or whatever. And that's not, excuse me, not only for prosecutors, but it's also for the public. Because I know that there's been a lot of people in New York that's been waiting for this day for so long. He's going to lose support fast. He's going to lose a lot of support fast on this. So let's get some clarifiers. Okay, so back in the past, we have, back in the day, people were in state of New York and city of New York. They saw the hope of something finally being done to bring Trump to justice. For everything that he has done. And also wishing, Trump has been around for so long, especially in the city of New York too. Back in the day before he was president, he was again, my opinion, kind of a slumlord, a buffoon, someone with a lot of money, wasted it all, worked the casino industry, had a TV show called The Apprentice, and he should have just kept it right like that. And that was good old days, kind of, although he screwed a lot of people in Atlantic City casino industry, small businesses and stuff. He's like a little Hitler. But people are kind of longing for those days when it just didn't happen. However, those were also the beginning of the days when he was doing things illegally, everything the way that Trump wanted to do. I think this has to do with long time ago when he was more of a story with Marla Maples and Ivana Trump and The Apprentice and everything, the way things used to be back then. People wishing that it was just that this nightmare has never occurred. Okay, let's see another clarifier. Let's have a moment. Okay. And this read is more on Alvin Bragg and what's going on with the DA's office regarding his regarding pursuing legal action against the Trump organization. And if he's going to drop I think I might have strayed a little bit off course there, but this also might have. I was just thinking of the collective, everybody at the collective, and it still can be like that. But now with the Tower moment, if he does not follow through with the with charging and going after what is the word I'm looking for? Going after the Trump organization. He's going to have a Tower moment. He's going to have a Tower moment. He might be voted out no confidence or something where there'll be a lot of complaints to the state DA or whatever it takes in order to get Alvin Bragg out of government. I don't think he's competent enough to handle this, and I think where we're at now as a society regarding Trump and Putin and all this other BS that's been going on, people are saying no. We want justice. We want it now. We want it done right. We don't want any more stalling. We want to know. We want people to get the justice that they deserve. And if he doesn't go forward with pursuing charges against the Trump organization and everything like that, he's going to have a Tower moment, and people are going to be asking, not for his head, but you know what I mean, that he is removed from his position, or that he's going to have to step down. That's the feeling I'm getting from this. And the last one, the Empress, someone with a lot of money, very comfortable. Many times, no, it's not the Empress. Beg your pardon. She kind of looks like one. But this is the Nine of Coins, so it's a lot of money. Very comfortable, very a lot of resources, a lot of money, comfortable. I'm going to take one more. Hierophant. The Hierophant is the law, is justice, is teaching, is spirituality, is the law. So once, if Alvin Bragg has a Tower moment, then he is forced to resign. The Nine of Coins symbolizes that there is a lot of information there, a wealth of information, wealth of money information that can be used for prosecuting. And the law is teaching Trump organization and everybody else inside, like, no, this is not satisfactory. So these two are after Alvin Bragg. There is a lot of money. There are a lot of resources. It's very comfortable. We have a very good case here. Just waiting for it to be presented and to charge the organization and everything. And could also involve, well, also, right now with Ukraine, we're sanctioning Putin, freezing his assets, freezing Russia's assets, their ability to move money around the world via SWIFT bank, which allows people just to wire funds from one country to another. They're not allowing him to do that anymore. This could also be showing that there is a wealth of information. And I said the Empress, and the Empress, a lot of readers have equated the Empress to be Russia, has viewed her as being that. And I mistakenly said that this was the Empress, but it's not. But this is about the money, and this is about the resources. And this could also be about Russia and their involvement with the Trump organization, which a lot of people are suspecting. I'm not saying that it is, but a lot of people are suspecting. And then here comes the law. Maybe someone else takes over the case. Maybe someone else is forced to take over the case. Maybe the state. I don't know. I don't know how the jurisdictions work. I don't know if the state is allowed to come into a local fight and take over a case. I don't know. But this is where the charges. This is where the charges are being brought. This is where the prosecutors telling these people or bringing up the case, saying, "No, this cannot happen. This isn't correct. This is illegal, and this is why." So it's telling me that this is going to go forward. I don't know if it's going to be with Alvin Bragg, though. I think it's going to be with somebody else. And there's going to be a whole lot of stuff coming out. But someone is going to take up this case. Someone else is going to take up this case. Somehow, some way. And I'm not sure if it is Manhattan or not. If someone else is going to take the case up. Someone else is going to take it up. It'll just be passed on because it's too important. And that could be also Alvin Bragg's moment, terror moment too, because if someone else takes up the case, decides to prosecute it, that's the word I'm looking for, by the way, decides to prosecute it, that would be Alvin Bragg's terror moment as well too, and it will show that there's no faith in his abilities to get things done, and then something else might happen. So, okay, I hope I answered that request. Thank you for requesting this. This was very interesting. I know all the focus has been on Russia, but to me, in my opinion, everything's all interrelated. But please keep bringing up suggestions, and I hope that everyone has a great Sunday. Thank you.